All right, guys, I've got this little video here I want to make to kind of show you how you can record a newscast with students using the Touchcast app on the iPad. So if you look on the right-hand side of the screen here you can see here's that Touchcast app. And so if you hit that on your iPad, of course, it's going to open it up. Now, of course, this video is assuming you've already been able to sign into Touchcast and you've already got all your accounts set up and everything. And of course, when you come into here, of course, you can see here's the different types of videos that you can do with Touchcast. But we're going to be just looking at the one that is the News Studio. All right, so if you click on that News Studio, you're going to have this little box pop up that asks you, do you have are you using a green screen? Make sure it's behind your your news anchors who are going to be on there. So try to have that green screen behind there. So I'm going to go ahead and hit next here, and it's going to ask me to title it. So in this situation, I'm just going to title it something like maybe today's date. I'll just put 11. What is today? The 7th, 2019. All right, and hit done. And so now then it'll bring up the studio. And so of course here you can see me, my big head there in front of the news desk. But what you need to do here is click on, if you look down here in the bottom right-hand corner, or I'm sorry, left-hand corner, there's this thing that says camera. Click on the camera, and now you're going to want to switch it or swap it. So if you look right over here, here's that thing to swap it. So we're going to swap the camera, and of course, it does a really good job of just basically finding any background and being able to put fill in the background to look like you're actually in the studio. All right, so you can see down at the bottom it already has the title of what I titled this, 11/7/2019, if you want to leave it that. If you wanted to title at the beginning like Newscast 11/7/2019, whatever you'd like, that's fine. All right. The other thing we need to add in here is, let's say, for instance, you're going to have students announce birthdays or announce attendance, things like that. If you look down here in the bottom right, here's this thing that says V-Apps. If you click on that V-Apps, it's going to then ask you in the middle there, it says add a V-App. So right there in the middle where it says add a V-App, I'm going to go ahead and say I'm going to add one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to add one from my photos. And you see the cool thing is you can add it from Google Drive. You can add it from a lot of different places you can get this from. But if you look there in that top row, it says photo. And I'm going to click on that because that's going to access my basically camera roll here on the computer. All right, and so here you can see several different pictures that are right here on the computer. And so I'm going to pick one that says happy birthday and maybe this, great attendance one. And then up in the upper right-hand corner, you can see it says use. So I'm going to click on the use. All right, so now when I'm in this V app, you can see there's my two graphics down here at the bottom. And so if I click on it, it's going to appear right there. But now I can kind of go, and if you look on the corner of this, it's got these little sizing things. I can resize it if I can get on there. There you go. You see I can resize it. I can reposition it to where I want. So I'm going to say, okay, during the broadcast, when we're filming our thing, I want that little graphic to pop up about right there, and I want it to be that size. All right, so now I'm going to hit the minus. So if you look up here in the right-hand corner of this, it's got that little minus. I'm going to hit the minus. Same thing with the great attendance. Now I can grab it, and I want it to appear on the other side. If I grab these little arrows right here on the bottom right-hand corner, I can resize it to what size I want. I'm going to put it right there, and that's where I want it to pop up. So then I'm going to hit the minus, and now it's minimized. All right, so now I'm basically ready to record with my graphics. All right, so all I need to do now is, and again, I'm not going to have any anchors here. I'm just simply going to kind of say a few things. So I'll hit record, and we're going to get a 3, 2, 1 countdown, and we're going to start recording. All right, so I'll hit record. All right, here's our newscast today for 11/7/2019. Today we have several birthdays to announce. Our birthdays are whatever. All right, and then I'm going to get done with my birthday. So now the person running the camera will minus that, and then I'll say, okay, today we're going to talk about attendance. And I'll say what was going on with attendance, some classes that had good attendance this week, and now I'll hit the minus on that to get rid of that. All right. So now I'm talking, oh, I made a mistake. So I'm going to stop recording. All right, now here's kind of a goofy thing that the Touchcast Studio does. when you go to stop and then start recording again, the camera now has zoomed in for some reason, and I still haven't figured this part out. So basically what you have to do is hit record again, record for a few seconds, and then stop it, and then now you can see it's back to the regular thing. And so again, it's no problem when you know, we go to upload it and everything, it'll be perfectly fine. I'll be able to fix that, and hopefully later I'll make a video of how to upload the video and everything. So now let's say, okay, we're going to start again with something, and so I'll just hit record again. Now we're recording. I'm recording the second part of the video, and now I'm done. And so I'm going to stop it. And so now I'm going to say I'm all done. So when I'm all done, I'm going to hit the done up here in the upper right hand corner. I hit the done. Of course, you know, it's going to ask, you know, now it's basically saying, you know, it wants to put everything together for me and put the graphics in there and all that stuff. Actually, that's not what I want right now, because let's say I have an interview with someone that I want to include in here, okay, but I don't want to use the studio background. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this up here where it says cast side. So it says cast side, but I want to save this project. So make sure you hit save the project. It's going to ask you again to save it, and so I'm going to say 11.7.2019 is what I'm going to save this project as, and so then I just simply hit that, and then I can hit save up here. All right, so I can hit save. So now I can go back and I can still use that footage. You can see my footage that I just used, the V-apps I just used are all right in there. All right, so now let's say, you know, I want to do an interview in the classroom, and so what I do is I go back to new Touchcast up here at the top. So I enter new Touchcast, and let's just say I don't want anything on there. I just simply want to be able to record. So you can see here where it says start from scratch with nothing on there. I'm going to click on that one, and you can see now it's got that same thing. You can see my head there, but I'm going to swap the camera. So again, remember, click on the camera down here, and then come over here and click on swap, and that's going to swap out the camera. So now you can see, oops, I'm covering up the camera here with my fingers. Now you can see out here into the room itself. All right, and so I'm going to record my interview. So here comes my interview. So here's my interview with somebody. I'm recording, and now I'm done with the interview. I hit stop, and now all again I have to do, and I apologize, the video is getting a little bad there. All I have to do is hit done. So when I hit done, then I'm gonna want to hit, and I apologize, it's kind of lagging behind now. But I would do the same thing again. I would go back and hit the thing where it says cast side at the top of the screen, and then with that cast side, I would then save the project. So I'd save the project like as interview 11/7/2019. All right, so that's how you would film, save your project. Hopefully I'll make another video that will show how to upload the video and put all the pieces together to upload. So hopefully that helps out, and thanks a lot.